didn't know Jared Leto had a TikTok account.
I didn't either until I saw this, and
now
I
you're
realized,
followed, right? You followed him?
No, because he's a pedophile.
Oh, I thought you loved him though. For that specific reason.
No, I love Ryan Haywood.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about
No,
everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
No. I knew it. I fucking knew you were gonna do
James. I call him James, and everyone else calls him Jimmy. Just works like that. A lot of things happened this week, right, James?
Yeah, I'm driving over to your house to fucking destroy this recording.
That's what's happening. I didn't say it. You said it. So
you goaded me.
What can I say? I didn't goad you to say anything, James.
I knew when I heard you say.
I was not asking a leading question, Your Honor.
I knew when I heard you say, yeah.
Your Honor, it's not leading. It's not leading, Your Honor. Sorry.
When I heard you say, yeah, but you like him for that. I'm like, he fucking started recording.
Oh, I started recording way before that.
Yeah,
I'm always recording just so I can get some dirt on you.
That was like the indication that it started. I'm like, he's gonna fucking say, "Welcome to the podcast."
I'm really trying to nudge you toward a certain direction.
And I was like, no, he'll play along with the Ryan Haywood joke, and then you didn't.
And I just left it hanging, and I moved on.
Yeah, I'm like, we can riff on this for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, we'll riff on this, James. The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial ended. How do you feel about it, James?
I'm not happy.
You're not happy? Yeah, because you're an Amber Heard supporter, right?
No.
What, no joking or no japing around this time, huh?
No, JD. No japes, probably.
Well, the trial ended, and it was a huge W for Johnny Depp. So, if you were supporting Johnny Depp, which is like 95% of everyone who was watching the trial,
I don't.
Congratulations.
I don't know who genuinely watched that and went, yeah, I support Amber Heard.
If you had no idea who those two are, and then you watched the trial, I would be very confused if at the end of it you were like, yeah, I support Amber Heard.
Yeah, even if you're unbiased and you watch it, I don't know how you can like just walk out of that and go, you know, the lady that was me, James. On the bed.
That was me. Like, you know that I don't really watch movies, so I didn't really know.
Yeah, but you were aware of the context at least.
I was aware of who Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were. I just didn't really care that much. And then I watched the trial, and it was hilarious. And then I cared a little bit because it was a little bit. It tugged at some heartstrings during certain parts. I cared a little bit
because they brought on world-class act Dr. David Spiegel, and I was just like, it's dude, love at first sight.
That really like fired up the furnace, you know. When Dr. David Spiegel came onto the stand, I was yee-hawing in my seat.
If you don't watch that trial, you get the Dr. David Spiegel and you see him smack his lips.
If you don't want to watch the trial, at the very least, watch Dr. David Spiegel's part. Yeah, it's only like well, at least just ignore everything else. Just watch the cross exam. It's only like 40 minutes long. It's the best 40 minutes of any trial you've ever seen.
If you don't watch him smacking his lips as he's trying to think of if he should say he watched Willy Wonka or not, then I just don't know what you're like here for.
If you don't see Johnny Depp's lawyer literally breaking this man down from the inside out on the stand, I don't know what you will.
Because he simply asked him, "Did you watch Willy Wonka?
Did you watch Willy Wonka?"
Do I have to answer that?
Did you see that? Did you see like a meme dub of someone did where all they did was just add in burps whenever he opened his mouth and then the lip smacking sounds?
There's one of Johnny Depp when like Amber's on the stand, and every time she's talking, it just cuts to him like drinking or sipping or just like coughing loudly, and her just like then going quiet and staring at him, and he's then just like.
It's so funny.
And like them burps.
So Johnny Depp wins the trial, and he didn't like barely win. He like I think he swept it all. He won every single count that he wanted to he won, which is
from what I remember he did like completely sweep.
Yeah, it was a full sweep. So yeah, and they gave him 10 million in compensation and then 5 million in punitive, but I'm pretty sure Virginia caps the punitive at 350,000. So he really just gets 10.35 million. So big win still.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not enough.
I mean, it's what they decided for what he would have lost, I guess.
I know, but I feel like with what she took from him, what the money he spent, like in her name, like because of what had happened at the previous trial, that like
of course
caused all this to kick off. Like he had spent like $70 million and everything. Like
he spent a pretty penny on getting this thing to work.
Right, so. And then it's also like him paying the charities in her name because like she didn't want to pay it, so he paid it like the fucking money to it. It's like he spent a ton of money on like all that stuff as well, and it's just like I really feel like it's unfair that he only got like 10.35 back or whatever.
Yeah, I would say, you know, if they gave him like 20 mil, 30 million maybe.
They still
fraction
went,
of what he spent.
Hey Amber.
Listen,
here's looking at you.
I think it says a lot about society, Jay. you sound like a oh fuck, what do they call it? What are they called?
Fuck you, JD. She's
those people. What do they call them on the YouTube? Like the man sphere. I forgot what they call them. But you know all there's people, the alpha male like podcasts. Like if you sound like if they were one of them, it's just like, this says a lot about society, bro. Like Amber Heard, just because she's a woman and literally was like a terrible person, but she just goes up to court, says a bunch of bullshit, gets paid $2 million because she's a woman, bro.
Well, I'm not saying because she's a woman. I'm just saying I don't know. I don't think she should have been paid the $2 million at all, since she didn't like win any points at all.
She won 1 point, and then that 1 point gave her $2 million.
Tell me that 1 point.
It was because I think they were basing off Mr. Waldman's statements, who was Johnny Depp's previous lawyer, I think. And what he said was...
Is that the guy that drove around in the car vaping?
No, that's Alejandro Romero, dude. The famous Alejandro Romero.
Do you have a fucking list pulled up? Where are you reading this all off of?
I just remember his name.
Bullshit.
I do.
His name.
I may have got his first name wrong, but I do know his last name is Romero. I think it's Alejandro Romero, just because I thought his testimony was really funny.
I like how I hyperfixate on like fucking stupid things, and then
it's does it really matter if I even have a list pulled up of the names? Anyway.
No, it was just wild that you like remembered all their names, and I'm just like, David Spiegel.
I think he was in the trial too. Waldman. He was the guy with like the round glasses, and he was on video, like wasn't in person. But what he said was, I think there's 3 statements. There's 3 counterclaims that Amber Heard had. One of them, the first one was like her sexual violence allegations were a hoax. The second one was they trashed up, I think it was the apartment incident where she and her friends called the cops. I'm not sure exactly why because Johnny Depp wasn't there, but they called the cops to try to tell him that abuse was going on, and then Mr. Waldman said that she called the cops and then they didn't do anything. So then she destroyed the place, like wrecked the place, the apartment, and then called the cops again to try to get them on her side. And then the third statement was another thing about like how her allegations were a hoax, and she won on the second one as defamation. So I guess the jury didn't think that she roughed up the place and then called the cops again. So and they determined that it was false, and it was made with malice, I guess.
But did she shit on the bed?
I think they did believe her. I think they believed that she shit on the bed. I mean, there were pictures of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
But I mean, you know, even if this trial was way against Johnny Depp like winning, like this trial is super hard for him to win.
Which before it began. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be.
And
And then
not only is Amber
I saw
Heard,
the legal team he had, and I'm like, oh, this guy's on the fucking
not only
move.
is there a ton of evidence, not only is there not any evidence showing that Johnny Depp was abusive, but also a ton of evidence proving the exact opposite, that Amber Heard was abusive. She gets
Oh,
$2 million.
you mean
You
like
feel happy about that, James?
you mean like the audio tape of her admitting to abusing
Of
him, and
her
then
saying I'm an abuse.
yes, of her.
It's just
Literally
basically her saying
saying
that. I didn't abuse you, Johnny. I just hit you. Come on. Stop being such a baby.
my mom to me.
So, yeah, I mean, but she walks away with $2 million, and I think that's the most she's made from like anything. I don't think she's been paid $2 million for any type of job. That might be the most she's ever made.
I mean, didn't she get paid 70 million for the fucking previous like turnout of the trial and everything or something?
Did she? I don't know. Maybe.
I know she got
The
paid
UK
like a
trial, you mean?
ludicrous amount of money.
I don't know. I mean, if this trial was anything like the UK trial, you just have to be wondering, like, what the hell was the UK like thinking?
Oh, the UK
What
was
were they
incredibly
thinking?
the UK was incredibly biased in her favor because like they fucking hated Johnny Depp for some reason, but also she had like a lot of connections with the people who are like
Well,
running
didn't
the
they hate him
newspaper and stuff, as well as the
the
jury,
allegations
the
were already
judge.
like in full force at that point?
Yeah, it
So
was
everyone
not.
thought he was an abuser, right?
Yeah, it was not going to be a fair trial because like they already fucking hated him, and also like she had deep ties to like the fucking judges and everything, and like the newspapers that were putting all the articles out and stuff. It was like it was not going to go in his favor at all. If like in the UK trial, it was never going to go in his
He
favor
wasn't
because
even
of that.
suing her. He was suing the newspaper,
Right, for
and
writing a
that usually
defamatory
also
article.
doesn't turn out well. So, yeah, oof, you know. But I think I heard something like in the UK they disregarded a lot of his shit just because he takes drugs, and also they thought Amber Heard donated the money, which I don't think she still has actually. I heard she's bankrupt or something. I heard she can't pay the 10 million that she owes to Johnny Depp through this trial.
Oh, I doubt she can, because she fucking seems like one of those type of people that are just fucking. You could
Terrible
give
with their
somebody,
money.
you could give somebody a fucking vast amount of money, and I'm telling you this from a real world experience that I've been like made aware of somebody I know,
Yeah.
that you can give somebody a fucking ludicrous amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
and they will spin that shit so fast because they have no concept of fucking discipline. They have no idea
No
how to
self
just not
control.
spend money. Yeah, no self control. Just spend, 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 and it's like no. Yeah, like I'm not gonna go into like specifics. Just that like
Sure.
they have to move out of the place that they're in, and they had been awarded like due to like a fucking a court thing that they had happen. They had been
Yeah.
given like basically $40,000,
That's a lot.
and that's a lot. And
That's a lot.
like in less than like 2 months, they're like only have like 5,000 left.
How do they spend that much in 2 months?
I can tell you like very specifically, but I'm not sure like if I want to like put like I'm not saying their name, but
They just go on huge binging sprees like
oh
how Johnny
yeah,
Depp does
it's
allegedly.
I'm gonna tell you that like I'm not gonna say any names or like what they do specifically or anything. Just they spent a lot of stuff on their very specific hobby that they do,
Okay.
as well as like clothes. They
I
just
see.
bought a bunch of that and like
Clothes.
just. Mhm.
Dude, I've had like the same wardrobe for like 7 years.
I don't own tennis shoes. I own fucking boots and a pair of slides, and both
I
of
wear
them have holes wearing in them
I
from how much I wear them.
I own two pairs
I
of
don't
shoes too.
have clothes.
Yeah. And it's
the
like
clo-
it's weird because my mother kind of has like that kind of spending spree mindset. Like every week she'll go and she'll be like, "I'm gonna buy some clothes. Do you want any?" I'm like, "What? What do you mean you're gonna buy clothes? You bought clothes like last week and also the week before that." And she's like, "I'm gonna buy clothes. You want any clothes?" Like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. Set for my clothes."
Also, I looked it up. It's just giving me all because all that fucking everybody's writing about it. It's just giving me article after article about what happened
Oh,
with
dude,
this
have you
trial.
seen people? Have you seen some of the people defending Amber Heard?
Yes, I've seen them on TikTok.
I've only seen some when I was watching Asmongold reacting to them.
Dude,
I didn't actually see them directly.
Gold's clips because he's how I kept up to date with it, because I was like, I don't want to watch these long videos.
Apparently, he's super big on that trial. So like he was covering it like
he was like the number one commentator for it.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be like. I thought he was just like a WoW gamer or something. But he was really into this trial. Appreciated.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate watching his videos and his highlights for it. Like, I even watched the like hour-long videos when they were made and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's basically just him sitting through and reacting to like the entirety of a witness.
So, right.
Yeah, but I like. I've seen some of those tweets through his video, and they were like, they were something, James.
Oh, you mean of Amber not even like writing on her her notebook and stuff, like writing in the air above it, and then her lawyer just staring at it like, what are you doing?
No, of like the people defending her being like,
oh, okay,
how can you possibly believe Johnny Depp? He's an abuser. And they'll give like an example, like I think like his texts where he's like, dude, Johnny Depp is so obviously an abuser. He texted to his friend that he was gonna burn her and then fuck her corpse. Like, how could you? That's the language of an abuser.
What do you think the audio of her was then? Fabricated.
Well, here's the thing, James.
Fabricated.
It's called selective hearing. You hear what you want to hear and then disregard anything you don't want to hear.
Listen, if the sentence structure isn't Johnny Depp abuser or Johnny Depp is a abuser, then I'm not gonna hear what you're saying.
I don't know if this is obvious already, but me and James, I think we're on Johnny Depp's side here. More so than on Amber Heard's side.
I'm a big Morb head in this trial.
Dude, I'm morbid. We were all morbing when that verdict came out. But how do you feel about people who are like, oh, they were both abusers?
I just don't see his abuse towards her as much as I see hers towards him.
I don't know. I'm not too experienced with it. But
I see the like text and stuff, and then like the videos of him like slamming cabinets.
Yeah.
But to that tells me that he's.
Would you consider that as abuse toward her?
No, I'm seeing that as him choosing every avenue other than like fucking abusing her. Like
then try to interact with her.
Right. Exactly. Like, as somebody who did have like anger issues for a very long time, that
you still have them. Still have them.
JD, shut the fuck up. No, but yeah, it was I know what it looks like when somebody is like literally trying to choose the option of not being violent towards another person. It's why I got into like doing weight training and like got a boxing like bag in my garage and stuff. It's like you choose any option other than hurting another person because you don't like that.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I mean, I weight train a little bit, and man, it takes a lot of the aggression energy you have just out of you, like when you're weight training.
I'm gonna say
you're
this,
pretty much chilling the entire time you're not weight training.
The only time I was ever angry when weight training was when I was in the middle of a deadlift and this kid walked up onto the mat as I'm doing a deadlift, stood right next to me, like in my fucking public space, then did the Wakanda Forever symbol at me, and I wasn't sure what was happening.
I was there for that. I was standing on the other side of you, right in your personal space, and I did the Wakanda thing too. And I think that also contributed to your pissed off attitude.
I just remember like I was so upset because I was like I like wasn't having a good day, and then like this kid just walks up and does the Wakanda Forever.
And this kid walks up and he's clearly having a really good day, and it just
no, yeah, he was all smiles and stuff. I'm like, good for him and everything.
Award-winning smiles.
Award-winning smiles, and he's like smiling and stuff, but like he gets in my personal space, looks me in the eyes through the mirror, does the Wakanda Forever thing, and does like a sup nod, then like continues nodding his head knowingly, and I'm just standing there like, what is this?
Yeah, I think if you're a normal dude and you're not like taking mad amounts of steroids, when you go weight train and then you come back out of weight training, you're just all the energy like that. violent energy is just gone. You can't even muster it up. Someone could walk up to you.
Who was doing steroids in our weight training class, right?
Dude, there's probably people doing steroids all over the place. Apparently,
it's more. Somebody's doing steroids right now.
I'm doing steroids right now.
So am I.
I'm drinking them through my thermos filled with. I've distilled it in water, and now I'm drinking them through. I'm drinking it in my water.
Okay, UK trial. Let's see.
No, I think a lot of the comments were pretty similar on for like Amber Heard supporters. Honestly, I don't think they really make that much sense to me. And for people who are like, I guess I don't know if they're trying to look good or like I don't know what that's called exactly. I don't know if they're trying to look good just by saying like, oh, I'm as neutral as possible. I think both sides are in the fault, and everyone should just move on.
I call bullshit if you say you're neutral. And
I mean, I don't know, man. I've heard a lot of people say that, and it's just I don't know if they've watched the trial or seen the evidence, like the straight up solid evidence. But I don't know.
I say I'm apolitical. I'll never say I'm a fucking centrist because that's the most bullshit thing. Nobody who's in the center of like politics is actually in the center. You are way more leaning on one side than the other.
Like I'm apolitical. Some ideas.
I'm apolitical, but I will respond better to a fucking like liberal than I will to a conservative because conservatives are fucking insane people.
They can be pretty good assholes. I know you because you hang around a bunch of them all the time, right, James?
You know, there's a motto at my workplace called elbows and assholes because that's all the boss wants to see when he comes and checks on us.
Elbows and assholes.
It's just another example of how gay my workplace is.
That is, if you want to say you always want to see assholes, that's like men assholes, that's a little gay.
Okay.
That's a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, yeah, I think they're so focused on trying to look good and neutral that they're not really neutral.
Yeah, it's just an appearance thing.
If you take a look at the evidence and you literally hear like Amber Heard saying, if you hear Amber Heard saying like, "Oh, I didn't hit you. Stop being such a baby. I just hit you. I didn't punch you," and then you hear that and be like, "Oh, I think maybe they're both in the wrong." Then because you're so focused on being neutral that you're not actually being neutral, like objectively. The evidence points to one side, and since you're trying to be neutral, you're not actually doing that.
They pretty much destroyed every sort of evidence that Amber's team tried to pull forward as like evidence of her abuse,
including the fake evidence.
Yeah,
the very clearly photoshopped photos.
I rewatched.
I don't know how you could look at that and be like,
so insane.
I don't know how you could look at that and be like, why? Why would you?
According to the metadata, these are different photos. So you're telling me that metadata right there that says these are the same photos are different photos? From what I can tell with the metadata, they are the same.
She faked photos.
That says they're different, but I know they're the same.
She faked photos in court and also just completely denied that they were the same photo.
No, JD.
Very obviously were.
They're different photos because one was a bit more blue than the other.
Because one had a different integrated metadata.
I had the Noir filter on one.
Oh, you see, they look like completely different photos.
I love how he's like, so you're telling me that the evidence that shows that these photos were made only like a couple minutes apart in the same day.
And like how everyone knows that she's just straight up lying in court. She faked evidence. She gets $2 million. You're welcome.
Yeah, and you're fucking calling me like the bro.
Maybe they just felt bad for her. I don't know. The jury. Maybe she was getting so destroyed in this case. Like nothing she says works.
No, dude, this is what it was. What? They remembered the part of her testimony where she goes, "My dog stepped on a bee," and she like
my dog stepped on the bee
in pain. Like she has PTSD.
Like she stepped on the bee.
$2 million's not for her. It's for the dog.
I mean, is she gonna spend it on the dog? Is she gonna spend the money on anything except Jackson Tucker's wine spending spree? But it's
no.
That's what it reminded me of when they brought up the witness, like the accountant of Johnny Depp, and he was like, "Yeah, she spent like $10,000 on drinking and like few months, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is giving me some flashbacks myself.
Hey man, I got a new account and I gave him all my credit card information. Seems like a really cool guy. Oh, who'd you get? His name's Tuxin Jacker.
I'm about to grab a Johnny Depp's Amex card and, and maybe go out and party a little bit, you know?
I know it's the America Express card. I've never heard it be called an Amex card except for the Jackson Tucker trial, and it's just
Super Mega's Amex card, man.
Every time, yeah, it's the Super Mega Amex card. Oh, because like I know how that works. We have work credit cards because we have like work trucks and everything.
Yeah.
So every truck has a card.
I know you've got like work expenses, and they're all on like one card. So just
it's
easier
just
to
I've just never heard the term Amex when referring to America Express.
Oh, for some reason, I just remembered this, but I'll say it after you say it.
That's an easier way to say it.
Amex card?
I know saying Amex is faster, but in my mind, for some reason, I'm just like, just say America Express. I know what you're talking about then. I don't feel like I'm talking to you about
they're gonna rebrand. Guaranteed, they rebrand in like 5 years, within 5 years, and instead of America Express, they'll just be called Amex.
Dude, it's what the Strat did. It's what fucking
Dunkin'.
TGI
It's
Fridays
Dunkin' and
did.
Donuts. It's Dunkin', and now it's TGI Fridays. TGI.
What is this world coming to?
Jesus Christ, James, no last name. James. See, like it's just
no, JD, no. You got it completely wrong. James, no last name. No last name.
No, there we go. It's perfect. But I just remember this. Apparently, Amber Heard's main attorney went on to like a news thing and did an interview. Did you see that?
No, please tell me they just like were like, I don't fucking know what was happening.
They go no. It's even better. They go onto this news network and they were like, okay, here's the reason why she lost. Basically, we had a bunch of evidence that was really bad against Johnny Depp, and they didn't allow us to show it. So then, and then also they said that she couldn't pay on there, I think. So they were basically just blaming the system, like, oh yeah, they just didn't allow us to do it.
So what I'm hearing is it's society's fault.
It was rigged. That's what you were hearing.
I hear Bruce Wayne rigged this trial against me.
You know, she went out there and she was like, we won this case in the UK, and that's all you have to say. And now we're here, and it's just the reason she lost is because everyone just hates her. That's why.
You mean the UK trial where
they demonized her, James? Demonized her.
You mean the UK trial where it was proven that it was very jerry-rigged against Johnny Depp the entire time, where.
You mean the actual jerry-rigged trial?
She had deep connections to the newspapers that were putting out all the slander articles on Johnny Depp, as well as the judges who were in charge of that case. Are you telling me that the trial?
Oh, I'm telling you, James.
The one that they won wasn't a fair trial.
I'm telling you.
Who knew?
What?
Fucking Tim Allen. we should fucking watch the Santa Claus movies whenever it comes Christmas time.
Tim Allen's Santa Claus movies?
Oh yeah, dude.
What if we just watched a whole binge of Tim Allen's Christmas movies, like all of them?
Oh, Christmas!
Not even once where he's Santa Claus. Just once where he's in a Christmas movie, and for some reason he's in so many Christmas movies. What's with that?
We'll never leave this room.
What is with that?
I don't know.
Have you ever actually met a Tim Allen like enthusiast?
Yeah, my dad.
Your dad loves Tim Allen?
Dude, he watches a show of Tim Allen called Last Man Standing, and I lose my mind every time I watch it, the same way I do with CW shows, because it is the biggest fucking conservative, like, just like, in like...
Tim Allen's a conservative? What?
It's just the biggest like pleasure fest for a conservative, because there's like a liberal character, and every time he's on the show and he says something, he's wrong. He gets proven so wrong every time. And then it's like Tim Allen has never spoken a lie. He never makes a bad choice. He is a consistently well-off man who is running a very, very nepotism like filled business.
I
he
love Tim
works
Allen.
JD, he works in a Dick's Sporting Goods, essentially, like in only local Dick's Sporting Goods that has him do vlogs for it for some reason. But also inside what is a very tiny store, I'm going to remind you, there is a full-on restaurant run by his daughter, and it's an extremely
Tim
successful
Allen's
business.
daughter?
But it's in like fucking Illinois or some shit.
Dude, we have to go there and eat at that restaurant, do a Face Jam podcast of Tim Allen's daughter's
Yeah,
food.
dude, we'll call it the Space Jam podcast. Oh no!
And then, like, ironically, it'd just be like the best food we've ever eaten. And it's just like, well,
Damn, you can really taste the racism.
this is kind of busted. I kind of want. We should order a bunch of beers and have them arranged in a swastika.
No.
You think? Do you think they'll accept us then?
You will have it arranged in Ryan Haywood's initials.
Oh man, well, we'll order a couple beers.
You know his real name is James, by the way. It's not even Ryan.
Ryan Haywood?
Yeah, he was a model.
His name is James?
His real name is James. He was a model when he was younger, so he had to legally change his name because it's like the fucking weird thing that actors and like musicians do and stuff, where they have to legally fucking change their name, and it's like very bullshit and very fucking weird
who?
thing.
Who else would do that?
Dude, tons of actors have done it. Like, I know John Hamm's name isn't fucking John Hamm.
What? What was his real name?
I don't remember.
Ham John?
I remember an interview where he was just talking about it. He's like, John sounded like a really strong name or something. And it's like, basically any actor who's worked with the SAG union, their name isn't their real name.
His previous name was something like Floosh. I like how they changed. Did he change his last name, or is his last name the same?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look up John Hamm's real name.
Oh well, I didn't know that. I guess they changed their name. We should change our names too. Well, I guess JD's already a pretty.
His might
name.
be his real name. I might have gotten it confused with another guy.
Oh, great, thanks.
It's Jonathan Daniel Hamm.
Wait, it's Jonathan? Jimmy Daniel.
Okay, so actress and director Olivia Wilde. I don't know if you know her or like off the top of your head or anything.
Olivia Wilde?
Her real name is Olivia Cockburn.
She didn't like your last name?
Bruno Mars's real name is Peter Gene Hernandez.
His name's not Bruno Mars.
Katy Perry's real name is Catherine Hudson. Natalie Portman's is Netta Lee Hirschlag.
Natalie?
Netta dash Lee.
Oh, like, Netta dash Lee?
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix's real name is Joaquin Raphael Bottom.
I mean, Raphael sounds cool. Joaquin Bottom, I mean, I guess that's not as cool as Phoenix.
Jamie Foxx's real name is Eric Marlon Bishop.
That doesn't sound too bad. I don't know. They all sound just like normal names.
Some of these are just them going by their like middle name. I don't think some of these on this list should really be here.
If you could change your name, James, what would you change it to?
I'm fine with James.
You're good with James?
Yeah. The thing is, I feel bad for my sister, Jalen, because her first name is also our mother's first name, because there was this weird trend where they would all make their first name the same name.
So your name, your first name is your father's first name.
But my sister's first name is not Jalen, it's Berta. Because everyone in her family, like on my mother's side, they would all be called Berta if they were born a female and everything, except for my cousin Andy. But like they would all be called Berta, and they would all go by their middle name.
Wait, so you have so everyone who's female is named Berta except your cousin Andy?
Yeah, on my mother's side of the family, and then my sister Johnny, her name isn't Berta. It's like it ended with my sister Jalen, because I don't think they do it if you like have siblings who are female as well. But like. Yeah, her name is Berta, but she goes by Jalen because that's her middle name, and that's why I'm like, I don't think that's like a fake name. I think that's just genuinely your real name still.
1 point in the confusing names column. Thank you.
No, but like I don't know if I'd go by Scots or anything. I feel like that just wouldn't work.
Yeah. What other name you think you could go by?
JD.
You think you could rock a JD?
I think I could rock a JD. It sounds like we're talking about like a haircut or something.
Yeah, it's like a fashion style. The JD.
I don't know why. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why Miley Cyrus changed her real name. It's Destiny.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she just didn't want to stand out too much. Smash cut to her like twerking on stage. Has she like tuned that back? I haven't heard anything from Miley Cyrus.
She's gone back to being like a bit more like kind of just normal.
Was that just her like crack phase or something?
It's a phase that a lot of musicians go through where like especially very white musicians who have blonde hair really choose for some reason to lean heavily into black like art and like styles, as you can tell by like her literally getting dreads done in her hair, like the way she dances and talks and like dress and stuff. She's doing a cool accent and everything. Yeah, it's just cool. No,
I mean, like I know you went through that phase. You might be in the middle of that phase right now, James. I mean, when I walked over to watch Morbius with you and you had dreadlocks.
And I was talking about.
You had dreadlocks and like a bunch of necklaces.
I had on one of those big beanies that you only see people wear in like the fucking early 2000 movies.
I was a little
like, this is the stoner character.
Whoa, I was when I saw you like that. So,
JD, you'll never guess Topher Grace's real name.
Topher Deuce?
Christopher.
Bruce Topher?
Christopher, but he only because it's Topher at the end.
Chris sounds so much better than Topher. Like, come on, man.
No, man, it's Christopher.
But nobody else can rock Topher as a name except Topher Grace. James, I think you kind of look like a Topher. The fuck's that supposed to be?
Nicolas Cage isn't his real name. It's Nicolas
I think
Coppola.
I knew that one. Yeah, I knew that one.
Yeah, because he's the son of like Richard Coppola.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be pretty crazy if like this entire time my name wasn't actually what I thought it was. Like if someone just came out and was like, your name's actually Judith Hahn. And I'm like, what?
I'd be so concerned why they gave you such a... Never mind.
What were you going to say? Judith. Were you going to say something?
Well, no, I was going to say, like, I'd be concerned why they gave you such, like, a very Christian Judith-like name. But then I was like, Christianity was very, like, heavily forced onto, like, Asian, like, cultures when it was, like, early days and stuff.
And they embraced it.
And they did embrace it, yeah.
Well, although I do think nowadays it's just not as popular. It's almost like cringy if you say like Christian. At least it's seen that way.
JD, I hope you know that there is a Christian God in Star Wars.
Yeah, and what's his name? Jesus?
No, it's still God. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Force Ghost.
Oh, I see.
That's not a joke, by the way. They did.
Oh, I thought you were trying to gaslight me there.
No. They have confirmed that hell exists.
In Star Wars?
In Star Wars.
Hell exists? What do they call hell?
Characters have said the phrases like, what the hell? Like, the hell is that? And everything. And then like
referring to an actual hell?
No. And then they've also like referenced hell itself as like the dimension you can go and stuff. And then
the dimension called hell?
Well, that's technically what hell is to us as well. It's like another dimension that you go to when you die and stuff. Like if you're bad.
Oh yeah, prove it.
Okay.
Just that Discord meme of like, oh yeah, prove it.
Hold on, I have to tell you Billie Eilish's real name. It's long, by the way, but it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, of course her name is long. What's her name?
Her real name is Billie Eilish Pirate Bard O'Connell.
What? Pirates in her name?
Billie Eilish Pirate Bard O'Connell.
Oh, but Billie Eilish is her actual name, but it's just not the full name.
That's why I think these lists fucking suck, because they don't understand what a fake name is, because that's just her name.
Yeah, like I mean, people call me JD and not JD Sue, my full name.
Well, I call you DJ Shoe.
And I'm totally cool with my last name out there because you'll never know how it's actually spelled.
Spelled like a shoe, right?
Yeah, basically.
Hell yeah, man.
Like a shoe, like what you wear, like Adidas.
I don't have any shoes.
The ones with the holes in them, right?
Yeah, dude. One of these is just Emma Stone, but her real name is Emily Stone. It's like that's not even a fake name. That's just an alternate way of saying Emma.
Emily.
Emma.
I don't know, man. I sound pretty different to me.
I'm gonna stab you.
I mean, would you say that James and Jimmy is the same name?
Yes, because I get called both, and I've been called both since I was a fucking child.
If you hear someone get called Jimmy and then another person get called James, would you assume that they're the same person?
I'd assume that those two people that are calling him by those names know him for very, very different reasons at very different points in his life. Because anyone who knew me before, like
you coworkers call you Jimmy?
Yeah, because like there's other people named like James and stuff that were there before me, so I just get called like Jim or Jimmy. I've been called Little James, and I'm not a big fan of that. Or Baby James.
Okay, Little Jim. That's the only thing I'm gonna call you from now on.
Murder you in your
Little Jim.
Sleep. JD, you forget this. I make jokes.
What do I forget?
I make jokes when I say that.
Jokes.
That I'll murder you in your sleep.
Oh, I didn't hit you.
I live just down the street from you.
I would say it's a little bit farther than just down the street.
Would welcome me into that house.
I would say it's just a bit farther down the street.
She'd welcome me in.
I don't think she would.
And I'd stab you just there and run. And no one could stop me. Your dogs?
Would you say that your coworkers are not very friendly toward other ethnic groups?
Mm-hmm.
Well, could you imagine that, but instead of being white, they're Asian, and they're also my family.
Oh. Your parents don't like Asian people?
They don't like anyone else who isn't Asian.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
They don't like gay people?
Well, that's part of them, I guess. I don't know if I would classify gay people as an ethnic group, but I guess I can't prove it.
Here.
I mean, let me just set the record straight.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Anyway, what else did you want to talk about, James?
The Boys came out with the new season.
Oh, right. I still haven't.
Dude, you want to know Hulk Hogan's real name?
It's not Hulk Hogan?
It's Terry Gene Bollea.
Terry.
So yeah, The Boys came out with 3 new episodes and everything. Today I watched them.
John Cena's bizarre relationship with China.
Oh, quote it, JD.
I'm pretty sure that's been happening for a while.
Chaling.
Dude, Bing Chaling has been there for a while. I think he just really likes China.
Here's the thing. It's because of WWE that he knows Chinese, I bet you. I bet you they probably had
Is WWE really big in China?
Dude, wrestling is huge.
Even though I'm Chinese, I don't really keep up with the China stuff.
Wrestling is huge in Asia as a whole, but especially in China where they have their own wrestling thing that then comes to WWE with new fighters every now and then and stuff. And I bet you they also do a ton of cross marketing.
Oh, is that why The Rock
WWE.
and John Cena are so popular in China?
Oh yeah. I bet you The Rock is not as popular though because Chinese people from China are heavily racist towards black people.
Wasn't The Rock the most?
He can kind of get away with it.
Wasn't The Rock the most popular celebrity in the world right now, or was it someone else?
I'm sure he is.
I'm pretty sure. I think he's the most easily recognized celebrity. The Rock. Something like that. I thought I'd read that somewhere.
But I know that.
But yeah, I don't disagree with you there.
I know that Chinese markets are very racist towards black people.
Like,
So
dude,
a lot of decisions get made for movies.
I could not be more American, but I visited China a bunch, and they treat me like just one of their own just because how I look. So I'll take it.
Is it because you don't speak Chinese?
Yeah, that's part of the reason. I can barely speak Chinese.
So speaking of China and you being Chinese.
Yeah. So you're gonna ask me my opinions on Panda Express?
Dude, I love Panda Express.
I thought it was bad up until I tried it, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's pretty good.
It's not the greatest fucking food ever, but it's like,
I mean, it's fast food, so
it's fast food. It's not gonna be fucking gourmet eat.
But I do prefer Panda Express fast food over other fast food places, like the normal burger joints.
I'll grab a bag of cream cheese rangoons and be like, authenticity.
I like their honey shrimp.
I fucking love their honey shrimp.
Honey shrimp's really good. And I also, for some reason, I really like their teriyaki chicken too. Their chicken is really good. The teriyaki chicken is really good.
The real reason I brought up you being Chinese.
Yeah. Well, no need to be so shy saying that. It's true. I'm not going to call you racist for saying that. You're racist for other things, but not for that.
Whoa, now.
Sorry for exposing you on the pod, James.
Whoa, man.
Little Jim.
First you. But so my brother's Netflix account, somehow some people got the login for it.
It was
a while ago. It got hacked. Somebody got the login for it and everything, and they went in and they deleted it because we all use the account because we're like we just don't want to like pay for multiple networks if we're all going to be using it and you can have multiple people on it anyways.
Yeah.
So because that's just such a fucking bullshit thing that they're trying to crack down on as well, but we all use it and everything. We've all had these accounts for fucking like years now and stuff.
Yeah.
And they went in and like deleted all of our accounts and stuff. And
then they just hacked in and just deleted it?
Went in, deleted all the accounts, logged in 2 of their own accounts.
Yeah.
And then just started watching stuff, saving stuff and everything. And it's like
I like how did they have to delete your stuff to add in their stuff, or could they just added it on top?
Here's the thing, they could have just changed our account names and then used our accounts. But they just deleted every account and then made their own too.
Yeah.
And so like my brother got the account back and everything. He changed the password. He kicked them out, like locked them out, deleted their shit.
Yeah. Do you know who they are, or is it just some random people?
It was some people in the Philippines, if I remember correctly. He because it tells you where somebody logged into your account from.
Right.
And he had gotten the notification that it was like in the Philippines, I think.
Could have been a VPN, I guess.
It could have been. And then it was like he was telling me about it because then it came up again the other day.
The other day?
Like a couple days ago.
So it was hacked again.
It got hacked again. But here's the thing. They didn't delete the accounts this time. They just watched like K-dramas and stuff while on the account.
Oh, so they just didn't change anything and just watched K-dramas?
They just lurked and watched like K-dramas and like Chinese like fucking marketing stuff. And it's just like what a weird idea that you think you'll get away with
pox.
and like he like changes the password again, and then he tells me where it came from, and it's like Singapore. But like when it got logged out, my dad was watching Grey's Anatomy. He thought this was a personal attack by our brother on our dad to get him to stop watching Grey's Anatomy, which I God fucking hope it was. It wasn't, but
so your brother thinks it's your dad doing it, or
no? My dad thinks my brother purposely shut off the account so that nobody could use it, just because he didn't want my dad watching.
So your dad doesn't believe it's been hacked?
No, but then like I'm telling him like, yeah, Joe says it got hacked, and he's like, who hacked it? Who hacked it? He's like, Joe's like, I think somebody gave away our password. Do you know who? Did you do it? Like he's accusing me because he always does.
Well, I mean, it's because you usually are, but yeah.
Fuck you.
You're usually the perpetrator. But...
how dare you? He's like accusing me and everything. My dad, like I'm telling my dad, like Joe thinks I did it, and he's like he thinks I'm giving away the password, and my dad goes, Who do you say logged into it? I'm like, somebody in like Singapore, I think he said, because that's the new people that did it. And
I've been to Singapore.
Oh, no, JD. Oh no.
They love people over there.
Uh, he's like, you're
especially if those people look like me.
That friend of yours.
That friend. Oh, you mean me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about me?
I'm like, what about
Oh,
him?
they're on to me, James.
He's like,
they're getting warmer and warmer to the truth.
He's from over there, right?
Yes.
I kind of pause. I'm
yes.
I kind of pause and I just go, Dad, he was born in America, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you be very sure because it's true.
Yeah, like I'm
like full on American.
Sure that you were born here and everything. I'm like
100% American.
He's an American, and he's like, yeah, but like he's from over there. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like,
Oh, he's like Oriental and.
No, he didn't say it. He just said, oh, Jim, they're all Asian and everything. I'm like,
well, he's not wrong.
I'm like, yeah, but Dad, like, he doesn't like look. They don't all look alike. And he's like, yeah, they do. I mean, everyone in Asia is from Asia.
Yeah, they do.
He's like, oh yeah, everyone in Asia looks like they're from Asia. I'm like, Indians don't look like other Asians though. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, Dad, don't tell me you didn't know what? Indians were Asian.
What do you mean? Indian? Yeah, they do look like.
Yeah, dude, like you and Raul Coley, identical twins.
Dude, we're basically the same person.
You could walk onto the set of
I could fly over to Rooster Teeth headquarters, walk in, pretend to be one of their Asian employees, and get away with it.
Yeah, dude, you could pretend to be
let's make a video about that.
Joe.
Let's make a video about that. That'll be my video. Is title like can Americans differentiate between Asians? And I'll walk into Rooster Teeth, be like, hey guys, how's it going? Just pretend like I'm an actual employee.
I almost they'll just let me go through. I would have regretted.
Oh,
not because it would have been racist, just because the guy died, and I was like, it's not.
So it's disrespectful to them.
Yeah, like it would be a good joke if he was alive, but because he's dead, it's like it's just a shit.
If anything, on the crapshoot, we're nothing but respectful. So
instead, I'd say you would do the other Asian guy there who is not dead and he's alive.
Yeah.
No, but like my dad, he's just like.
So does he think that I'm the one who hacked it?
Yeah, like I'm trying to explain to him like that China and Singapore are not like the same place, and he's like, no, it's Asia, it's Asia. And I'm like, that's no.
I'm sure.
Also,
Taiwanese people,
Singapore,
Taiwanese people and Singaporeans would be really happy about being connected to China. Even Hong Kong would be really happy about that too.
I'm like trying to explain to him, like, no, Dad. Also, he's not in Singapore. He lives up the street. For like a 2-minute drive from him. I could just go get him right now.
So when you tell your dad your account's been hacked and it's from Singapore, his reasoning goes to, it's someone who's Singaporean instead of it's from Singapore.
Who's Asian.
It's in Singapore
that I've been around.
The literal place.
Okay, I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I've told this on the podcast, but I don't watch movies or shows, so it's mostly gonna be James talking about movies and shows like The Boys. I haven't watched season 1. And I don't watch Netflix, although my family does have a Netflix account. So there is that. I could watch Netflix anytime. I just don't. Not exactly sure why. But yeah. And I just noticed that you might have to talk about this when he comes back, but I just noticed that Trainwrecks is live right now. And he's streaming, I believe, a gambling stream? Like slots or something. I don't have no idea why that's so big in as a stream category. There's so many people who just watch gambling. I don't think that's too particularly interesting. But yeah, and for some reason, all of my friends participate in gambling, like buying and selling skins mostly for certain video games, which shall not be named here. But yeah, they're really into gambling too. Although I think they've put a stop to that recently. They're not too big on it recently. But yeah, apparently that's super big. I mean, that my pitch to James is still it's still awaiting approval, where we start a separate channel just for gambling, even though neither me or James gamble. So there is that. Well, I mean, I guess I can see how it's kind of a big deal. I know a lot of probably a lot of kids love gambling streams. They just go in there, oh, we make a ton of money and stuff. A ton of money. But yeah. Gambling's not for me. I have pretty bad luck when it comes to most things. And so I actively avoid gambling. Try not to get too much into it. But maybe James is actually into it. I never actually asked him. But he might actually be just like a full-on gambler. An actual problem. It might be an actual problem for him. Well, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, though, I was looking through my feed again, and it just keeps saying the Amber Heard trial. I'm pretty sure it's just over now. But I'm still getting a ton of recommendations for it. I was testing out a bunch of stream settings a bit earlier, and it was confusing me so much because I was streaming at like 7. Oh wait, oh my god, I just saw this. But apparently Quantum TV was found innocent in a lawsuit. I think the Act Man actually they actually had a lawsuit against Quantum TV. So it was like Quantum TV versus Axeman, and or something like that. Maybe it was an actual lawsuit. I haven't really looked at it that much, but apparently he got away with it, Quantum TV. So I guess the situation was that Quantum TV was issuing a bunch of copyright strikes to channels that were criticizing him, and also using his clips from his content, I guess. And I think YouTube sided with Quantum TV on that, even if the majority of people thinks that it was fair use, the criticism videos. Man, that kind of sucks for him, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really too big. I don't watch either Actman or Quantum TV. I know who Actman is, and the only reason I know who Quantum TV is because I know who Actman is. But yeah, that looks pretty bad for him. That's really unfortunate. Sometimes you just see L's. And sometimes you don't agree with the L's, but they're just there. Yikes. Oh, I just saw, man. Yeah. Oh man, I just saw a video pop up on my feed that I haven't, of a content creator I haven't watched in a pretty long time, but I'm still sub to. Captain Sparkles. Yeah, I haven't seen this guy. I haven't seen Jordan and watched any of his videos in quite a long time. But apparently he's still playing Minecraft, I think. Still playing Minecraft, but he do what he do, and I think he's still
Chilling.
Oh, what's up? Welcome back. I covered a couple different topics while you were gone. I'll just rapid fire through them.
I had to change a water bottle on our cooler because my dad didn't want to get up and stop watching Grey's Anatomy.
Sure. I mean, it's just a riveting show, so I can't blame him.
It's just so fucking good. It's just they do the same fucking plot every episode.
Anyway, I'm gonna rapid fire through some topics that I was talking about
Yeah, let's hear
myself.
them.
First, train wrecks gambling streams and why they're so popular. Second,
Awesome. I'm really sad I missed fucking talking about train wrecks
second,
and his gambling
I know
addiction.
you. I know you love talking about train wrecks. Second,
The caveman.
Quantum TV was found innocent against his copyright strikes against Hackman, so YouTube sided with Quantum TV on that one.
What the fuck?
Third, I was just talking about this, Captain Sparkles, and he's still trucking along. And one of his videos is he's copyright striked.
God, I thought you were about to fucking tell me like devastating news about him.
No, he's still He's still good. He's still good.
Dude, I thought you were about to say like, yeah.
If I were to ruin him, one of the few remaining content creators that you've looked up to as a kid, just oof.
Dude, I can never. No,
he's still good.
I can never listen to "Don't Mind at Night" the same anymore.
Man,
it have a different context to it.
When I just can't listen to TNT with the same bop that I could before.
Dude, Fallen Kingdom, I just don't know if it would be sad to listen to anymore.
If I could rule the land. But yeah, no, he's alright. But let's talk about the what do you want to talk about first then?
So before we end this.
Train wrecks? Dude, the man's he's a man.
He just don't stop.
It's because I was scrolling through my Twitch feed and I just saw his 18+ gambling stream. And it's in full caps, please just one more day of W. Which says to me that he's been losing money, I guess, in his gambling streams.
Here's the thing. Look up Sunny, like, for anybody who just wants to get, like, really acquainted with this, look up Sunny V2 and, like, just gambling YouTube. Hit, like, the stuff, or not him. There was, like, another YouTuber did, like, coverage of the gambling side of YouTube. And it's, like, Trainwrecks is so
Why is that so big? Why is the gambling thing so big? Is it just so interesting to watch, or
it's because of like CS, like the way that the CS:GO one like popped off. It's so easy to get into. It's so simple, and it's like
all my friends were really into the CS:GO gambling.
I'm never gonna understand that. I can't.
I mean, they had really good luck, so it would basically be like they play the game, they'd get the skin.
But that's the thing. It's a bullshit system.
It is bullshit.
It's not like actually made to be fair.
No,
it's purposely.
Well, gambling's not made to be fair in general, but.
Oh yeah, but it is purposely made to like get you in. You know, it gives you a few good games, and then it keeps fucking you over, and then gives you a high, and then fucks you over, and then gives you a high, then fucks you over.
Yeah, so it's basically just another like avenue, another like escape reality avenue.
Yeah, and Trainwrecks is the best example of this, as he is literally moved out of the country, broken up with his girlfriend, devoted his life. Yeah, dude.
That happened to him? I didn't even realize. I thought he just switched his. I don't know what he was doing before the gambling, but I thought he just switched games. From that.
He was hanging out with people. He was just doing normal like streamer stuff.
Yeah, I thought he was just a normal streamer dude, and then all of a sudden he just decided to gamble a bunch on the stream.
He gets paid so much money to gamble. It doesn't even matter if he loses, if he wins, as long as
right, because it says gambling. Ad. It says ad, so I guess they're sponsoring him to.
Yeah, because he's playing on their specific site, so he's just always gambling. He's just never. You never see him do anything but gambling, because it has become such a poison and a necessity, because the amount of money he gets is so good that he can't stop. It's a cycle where he has become so addicted to gambling that they give him so much money to gamble.
Yeah, so it's just he's getting a ton of rewards for gambling.
It's why I don't believe people like XQC are the biggest streamer, because I know for a fact people like Trainwrecks are doing better. They are living
financially better, yeah.
Financially, they are doing so much better because they're getting just ludicrous amount of money. But he's also probably like one of those people who's just because he's gambling, so he's just spending it all the time, like to the point that his father is even calling him and stuff. Like while he's streaming, it's like something.
It's like one of those things that we were talking about before, where it's like you spend your money so fast that
exactly.
It's as if it was never there.
I just am not built like that. Like, no joke about the built different.
Yeah, I'm not built like that either.
Genuinely. am not built like a person who will just go and fucking give this money out.
Yeah, you could say he makes a ton of money, but you can also say that, at the end of the day, his like net profit is not that much. His net profit's not that much because he's not getting anything for spending the money. It's just he's losing money, right? From the gambling.
But they're just constantly giving him so much money still, it's like
James, we should open up a Twitch channel where we just basically gamble the entire time, and
yeah.
That'll be our lucrative channel. And then this channel,
what fucking dumb gambling system can we find
that we could exploit?
Yeah, no, like just like a dumb like fucking baby gambling thing, like
dude, Wizard 101 gem
Wizard
gambling.
101 gem gambling, exactly.
We're like, gambling in Wizard 101.
Dude, I think Nick Jonas and the other Jonas brothers still exist in Wizard 101.
Oh, they do. They do.
They do.
They do. At least last time I played, which was I don't remember how long ago, actually.
Dude, I never played Wizard 101 because I was intimidated by the commercials for it.
Really?
It felt like World of Warcraft type commercials where it was just like,
nah, dude, it's a super simple game. Dude, you should play Wizard 101 on stream. I'll co-commentate it with you.
Yeah, I'll drive over, pick you up so it can be a live one.
Yeah, and we'll do it at your house.
I'll set up on the big screen and everything.
Oh yeah,
that we were getting the full experience.
Oh yeah, train wrecks, dude. I didn't realize he did sacrifice so much of his life just to.
The guy was literally so addicted to gambling and so addicted to the money he was getting from his sponsor that he had moved out of the country. He moved to like a country that allows gambling. Like they're so less strict with their gambling rules and stuff.
You know which specific country?
I don't think it's Canada because I think he moved from Canada.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Canada was really strict about their gambling and stuff. Because you know how here like kids can go into casinos and stuff because there's restaurants in there and everything.
Like, yeah, because it's fucking bullshit.
But in Canada, I remember when I visited Canada, I couldn't go into any casinos because I was too young. Like they wouldn't let me go in.
I've never been more than like 3 states away, and that's pushing it. Like,
really?
You've fucking been to China and Canada.
I've been all around the world pretty much.
And I'm just like, I've been to Montana.
I think I've been to everywhere except Africa and Europe.
You fucker.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of places.
But you've been
including Mexico.
Is Russia in Europe?
No, it's next to like. It's sort of like in the Asian area. I've not been to Russia, but I've been in on the continent that Russia exists on.
Add that one to the list.
I don't know if I want to go to Russia. I don't know what there's to do there. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's such a good time right now to go to Russia.
Well, also, JD, notoriously racist.
That's true too. It's just most places are just notoriously racist.
JD, this is going to surprise you, but America is not the only place that has racism.
If I may be so bold, I'd say America and Canada, those two around there, is probably the most accepting of different races.
Because
out of anywhere in the world.
Well, Canada does have problem with Native Americans, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, I mean, America has problems with that too.
Yeah, but it's like even worse up there.
I see.
If I remember correctly, but yeah,
I mean, I'd say the most accepting doesn't mean super accepting.
Here, hold on. I can Google where Trainwrecks moved to.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know he broke up with a girlfriend. Yeah, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
I know, insane, right?
It was crazy.
He moved to Canada.
Oh, he moved to Canada?
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he had moved from the United States to Canada or from Canada to somewhere else.
I mean, Canada's not a terrible place to live, I think.
No, it's not.
They've got like free healthcare, I think.
Have you seen his fucking apartment? It's so nice.
I haven't seen his apartment. In fact, if I click on his stream right now, is he in his apartment right now?
Probably. I was about to send you a picture.
It looks pretty nice. He's on like a top floor, a bunch of windows outlooking a nice view.
Yeah, he's like in a penthouse couches and everything.
Yeah, it's like a penthouse looking type of thing.
Dude, there's some like really nice fucking like shots he has of it. It looks so nice. It looks so good. And I can't imagine that he's just fucking gambling all the time.
Such a nice penthouse, and all he does is just sit on his computer, gamble, watch
because
the
because he has
play.
like such a fucking strict contract that he made, and I know it's like a predatory contract too. I bet you.
Yeah. Oh, he even has like a disclaimer on the top. It says, "Do not gamble, you will lose."
Yeah.
Is he the one, like, does he promote it, or does he just do it for the money?
He promotes it. He does it. As long as he is playing it, he is showing what site he's on and stuff. He is like part of it. And like they're like, that's the only stipulation. And it's like, also, have you seen the videos where they expose the fucking company that he's working for?
No, but I like to assume that the company that they're working for is not too they're not the most noblest of companies.
Fucking, it's like, I think it was an H3 podcast episode where they had him and Hassan on as like their guests, and they showed train wrecks what the gambling studio that he works for, like what their fucking building looks like, and it looks like just a fucking shack. Like they're just literally working out of a shack.
Yeah, they're spending all their money on like other stuff,
like,
I guess.
Fucking, like,
their working conditions are terrible.
Bitcoin miners and shit, I bet. They're just running off.
They like their office is a shack, but they own like a bunch of warehouses with just filled with like crypto miners.
Yeah, I'm sure, dude. I'm fucking sure.
They're probably eating up a shit ton of electricity or something. It says session profit 3 million plus 3 million. Is that? I don't know if that's accurate or not. He just has text on his screen saying he's got 3 million profit from this stream. Holy crap, he's gambling with like actual millions.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm telling you. It's like it's so fucking bad.
Jesus. Well, I'm sold actually, so I'm gonna be a full-time gambling streamer from now on. So, whatever company Trainwreck is working for, hit me up in the DMs, and I think we can settle on something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find the video that like used the clip of like them pulling up the fucking Google Maps view, and it's just like this. Like, it's like a big shack, but it's still like super run down looking and everything. And it's like, this is the official location of them and stuff.
And if you enjoyed, you should follow.
I wanted to talk about more things.
Well, James, I'm sorry, but we're out of time.
Wasn't there like 2 more things? It was like the
there were 2 more things that I brought up, but we don't have time to talk about it this time.
What were they though? I'm trying to remember.
It was Quantum TV. And Captain Sparkles.
Wait, real quick,
Captain
can we
Sparkles
talk about that? How the fuck did Quantum TV win?
I have no idea. I've only seen the video pop up on my feed. I didn't actually watch the video from Actman saying that he lost, basically. That Quantum TV was found innocent. So
that's a fucking damn shame.
I'll have to watch that and then talk about that next time. Because sorry to leave you off on a cliffhanger, guys, but if you liked it, we will talk about it next time. So if you liked the video, you should subscribe.
Go watch Actman.
Go watch Trainwrecks and
go watch Trainwrecks and spend millions of fucking dollars every day.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll talk about that next time. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. The record will be set straight. Okay.
Day of reckoning.
Like, subscribe. We'll see you next Sunday.
You can find me at James No Last Name on YouTube, no_last_name_ on Twitch.